Time now for Morning Rounds with CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Jon LaPook and CBS News contributor Dr. Holly Phillips. First up, California's legislature passed a bill that grants terminally ill patients the right to end their lives with a doctor's help. It now goes to the governor's desk for signature. 4 states currently allow this. California's bill is based on an Oregon law, which authorizes doctors to prescribe a lethal dose of medication to patients who are expected to have less than 6 months to live. John takes a closer look.
After 4 years of radiation, chemotherapy, and multiple surgeries, 51-year-old Elizabeth Wallner is still fighting cancer that has invaded her colon, lungs, and liver.
Well, I call it whack-a-mole cancer now because we beat it back and it pops up somewhere else.
She's also fought the state of California, suing for the right to end her life when she chooses.
And I've experienced just unimaginable pain and fear, and I don't see any value in my last days being spent gasping for breath or writhing in pain.
And that one, of course, is from our wedding day.
That is a fear Dan Diaz knows well. Last year, Diaz's wife, Brittany Maynard, became the face of the right to die debate. She was diagnosed with brain cancer at age 29, then moved with her husband from California to Oregon.
How dare the government make decisions or limit options for terminally ill people like me?
She was simply saying it's ridiculous that as Californians, we have to leave home, drive 600 miles north. In the middle of her being told that she is dying from a brain tumor, nobody should have to do that.
Just weeks before she ended her life, Diaz made his wife a promise.
See if we can get legislation passed so that nobody else has to go through what she went through.
What'd you say to her?
And the answer is yeah.
He quit his job to work with the advocacy group Compassion and Choices for the Right to Die movement in California. In Oregon, from 1998 to 2014, more than 125,000 patients died from cancer. 668 took a physician-prescribed lethal dose of medication.
You apply for that medication, you secure it, you put it in the cupboard, and you keep fighting. You just have that there as a last resort.
Marilyn Golden is a disability rights advocate and part of a coalition of medical and religious groups who oppose the bill.
If an insurer denies or even merely delays someone's expensive, life-sustaining treatment, they are being steered towards hastening their deaths. Do we really think insurers will do the right thing or the cheap thing?
I'm keeping my promise to Brittany and fulfilling that promise, but it certainly is bittersweet.
John, this is a highly sensitive and controversial issue with no elegant answer. So where does the debate go from here?
It's very nuanced. And Dan Diaz told me it doesn't stop for him in California. I mean, he's continuing to work with the Right to Die advocacy group, Compassion and Choices. And he wants to see this throughout the country, the option to have this for everybody who has terminal disease. Now, at the same time, it is being considered in 22 states right now and the District of Columbia. There are people who feel just as strongly on the other side of this issue, so we have certainly not heard the end of this debate.